Hey guys, it's Ben the Coin Geek at Old Pueblo Coin in Tucson, Arizona. Thanks for being here today. Today we have just kind of a fun show, a fun program where we're going to go ahead and do some splitting of the grades, some splitting of the hairs. I'm actually going to go ahead and just mix these up. This is like one of those things you see on a video board where they just keep mixing coins up. And then we're going to go ahead and flip them over here, and you'll see I have all the grades covered. And here are some of the ground rules. What am I going to do here? Okay. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to randomly letter these A, B, C, that's it, D, E, and F, and we're going to go in order, and A through F, and we're going to pick out the coins that we like the best, and I'm going to put them in my grade order, one against another. There are only two grades in these coins. Now, these coins I picked up because, well, first of all, I thought this would make kind of a fun video. But second, they're relatively inexpensive coins, and they're kind of lovely. If you don't know, Jefferson nickels, not exactly considered the cream of the crop when it comes to coins and coin collecting. But overall, you can find some pretty decent looking coins in Jefferson nickels that are pretty high grade. And so we're going to nitpick. We're going to do what humans love to do. We're going to judge. We're going to, just go ahead and separate out the wheat from the chaff. So I'm looking for anything that's going to be very distracting marks. All of these coins are higher grade coins. Nice bold strikes, good luster. So we get to nitpick. All right, so what I like about this coin, the obverse satiny, I enjoy personally a little bit. There's just barely a faded blue color up there at the top on the edges. We got these little triple marks here in front of God and the TR and Trust. And then we've got some smaller marks above Monticello to the left, a few on Monticello. Let's go ahead. That is A. So we're going to take A to the B and see what we like better. This one's fun. A little bit different tone to it. It has almost more of a silver hue. And then we're going to look close at it and see if I like A better than B. So this is kind of like a good little practice in general when you're looking at coins. It's helpful to have multiple coins because you get to just go ahead and say this or that. Do I like that one better, or do I like this one better? And I can tell you I actually have a pretty strong opinion already over which coin I prefer. But you may differ. So I actually know already which one I think has a combination of overall fewer contact marks. Eye appeal is different though. The one that I think has fewer contact marks, I actually like the eye appeal on better. And then I'm gonna put a couple more coins down here. Let's keep going. I'll put them in my order. I don't want to put them in my order just yet. I want you to think about, okay, I want to think about how I'm going to do this the right way. What I said ABC, not ABF. Good heavens. Someone knows his alphabet from A to Z. All right. Also, in case you didn't notice, 1938 Denver. This is the first year that this coin was minted. And something that particular to this coin is that Jefferson nickel collectors, they pay attention to those steps right there on Monticello, and so you can see that this has some very strong steps to it, and sometimes people will give a little bit extra credit to that. A little bit extra credit. All right. ABC. What comes after C? If you said D, you're correct. Good job, boys and girls. All right, D. I'm going to try to just show the coins off. I'll talk a little bit about the marks, but try not to be too leading here. So we've got, I think, a lot more diffuse marks, but a little bit more obvious across the face, the hairline. Everything's kind of dead center on this coin. You see a lot of marks on the jaw. The fields are a little bit cleaner. Sometimes when those hits are in the field, they can be a little bit more distracting. But that one, for me on this coin, a little bit more distracting with the hits on the face there. All right. I should probably start making notes for myself. We're going to do a cursory and then I'll go back over them again here. Got to be careful not to have lint on your... Are we on the right one here? E is after D. Still have lint on the case. A little bit cleaner. Once again, I like a little bit of the toning color palette on this. You can see the strike here is not complete on the steps, but also very nice. Not sure if that my camera is picking stuff up that looks like doubling there in states, but I think that it's not. But there are varieties on these. So the other thing to note just on this 1938 Denver is that the nickel is one of those coins that had a transition coin. So you had both Buffalo nickels and Jefferson nickels in the same year. And that happens from time to time, not all the time, but it happens from time to time. All right, let's get back to F, our last one. We don't want to do too many, but we're going to go ahead and put them in an order of preference. Are you making some notes? A couple little stains. You know, how do you account for stains, right? So this coin has some staining kind of like over the G, O, and God, right in front of his I was going to say his larynx, right there under his chin. There's another spot. Once again, pretty open fields though. Yeah, this one in general has a little bit more of those hazy spots to it. So what are you going to do with the spots? So sometimes those don't really get accounted for in grading. I've seen lots of coins with spots on them like that get overlooked. For the case of what we're doing here, I'm actually going to go ahead and count those against the coin, just because I feel like those are going to spread to something worse over time. So we've taken a look at A through F. So now what we're going to do is go ahead and order them, you know, kind of in a combination of which do you like better. We're going to take one more glance at these kind of as they were gone through. And I said I had a preference for these two coins. I actually preferred B over A. So this is a little bit of an elimination round, right? So this is how I'm doing this. I'm going to take B and compare it to C next. We can look close again here, but I actually preferred C over B again overall. Both, you know, the distance eye appeal is one thing, and then the up close was another. Boy, once again, this is the lintiest show of all time. If I was going to show off the power of my magnifying glass to show lint, this would be a fantastic episode. I actually liked the C better than the B. So up next, what are we going to do? I'm going to take the D and compare it to the C. See this guy? Remember this one? I didn't like all the hits on his face. So I preferred the C over the D. I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing here, and I'm going to slide it down. I still preferred B over D, and I'm going to see if I liked A better than D also. Once again, you've got these hits on A that are kind of pretty visible overall, but I still kind of prefer the coin. Let me see here. Pretty close here. I'm actually going to continue to push D on backwards. Sorry, buddy, you're almost off the screen now. E comes after D. Yeah, I found this one to be very, very clean. It looks like that's a die break coming from underneath his chin. I think that is a die break coming from his chin. I'm going to continue to say that and believe that, but definitely a lot fewer marks on this coin than a couple of the others. I'm going to have to take a closer look here because this may be my favorite. So it's kind of like if you're going to just pick one coin for yourself, I'm putting E up front right now. And then F had the spots. I was punishing F for the spots. Now, we'll see how they graded them. Like I said, there are only 2 grades here, right and wrong. No, I'm just kidding. There's literally only 2 grades on these, and we will go ahead and take a look and see how they graded them. I'm going to put this guy, basically, we're going to go ahead and put him in. I'm going to go second to last. I think I'm going to keep D in the last spot. I just didn't like D as much. All right, so my final order is EC, BAF, D. I should be careful here. I could have spelled a bad word and didn't even know it. So that was my number 1, number 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, now let's do a grade reveal and see how badly I did. Starting at the back here. So the 2 grades here are 66 and 67. So this was one of the 66s. I think I had 3 6s. Did I have 3 of each? Let me see here. 3 6s. There's another 66. Okay. And 2 7s, maybe. Boy, that would be nice because then I can't. Well, I don't remember. Let's find out. Okay, so the A was a 67. The A was a 7. B was a 6. Okay. C was a 7. So the question is, did I have 3 of each, or is this a 6? Ah, look at that. Okay, well look, this is pretty fascinating. I actually ended up grading almost identical to theirs as far as 6s and 7s go. I have one outlier here. I mean, basically, if we switched, you know, A and B in position, we would have had the same grading results that they did with the way that they did the coins. So just kind of a fun little game. And by the way, I mean, your 66s in this scenario, I've got a bunch coming up on the website here. They're roughly $30 type coins, maybe less. Beautiful coins though, and the 7s I think run about 55, 60 bucks. You know, really pretty coins, and I think a handsome coin, especially those first few years, those things looked really nice compared to once you get like kind of post-war a little bit, it gets kind of soft and mushy looking. So, all right, guys, thanks so much for being here. I'm Ben the Coin Geek. You can subscribe by clicking on the owl button in the corner and watch more videos on the right side of the screen. Thanks.